What's going on, and welcome to Joe's Geek Show, the video series of We Talk Comics, and I'm about to give you my December 11th, 2019 comic book pull list, and it's actually a pretty decent stack of comics this week. And like always, I've classified these books from DC to Marvel to small press, and let's get started. Kicking it off with The Batman's Grave, issue number 3. And this has been a fairly interesting comic book so far. If I can remember the plot, because it's been a few since I read the first issue, but I know Batman's trying to track down, some clues to a murder that happens. There was, ends up opening up his floorboards, and there was this guy, hiding under this guy's floorboards. There's some weird stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, every time I read it, I remember I like it, and every time I see the next issue, I associate it with that, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep getting it, because it's only, it's a 12-issue maxi series, so, yeah, why not? Next up, we've got The Flash, issue number 84, and, well, it's The Flash, and this one is part 3 to Rogue's Reign, where Captain Cold has taken over all of Central City with the help of all the other rogues, and Flash actually in the previous issue ends up teaming up with Captain Cold's sister Golden Glider, who she actually broke the Flash out of the Ice Heights prison that Captain Cold was keeping the Flash in. So I think that's going to be a very interesting dynamic to explore. Also, what kind of looks like from the previous issue as well, if you go and check out my review, that Golden Glider might actually have a crush on the Flash himself. So I think that's gonna be interesting. A few different dynamics to work with between the brother-sister dynamic with Captain Cold and Golden Glider, and also if there might be sort of a relationship development or kind of like a love triangle between Barry, Golden Glider, and Iris. So it's definitely something I can't wait to check out. Now we've got Superman, issue number 18, the Brian Michael Bendis Superman book, the infamous book where the Man of Steel he lets everybody knows that he's Clark Kent. This is his big coming out issue where he's going to hold a press conference and he's just going to out himself to the world as Clark Kent, and I think that is a horrible, terrible, stupid idea, and I just kind of wanted to see for myself how bad this is going to be, because, I don't get Superman books. I tried the first few issues under Bendis, but I just did not like what he did with it. But I just picked this one up more specifically because of the cover. Just because I really like, the variant covers they get on these books are absolutely fantastic. But yeah, just to see how he does it, how he says it, the final line where, he just says, hey, I'm Superman. I just want to know how it comes to that. And most importantly, I want to know if there's any purpose behind it. Or is it just Brian Michael Bendis writing Superman, or essentially writing Clark Kent out of Superman because he only wants to deal with Superman and not so much the alter ego. So we'll see how that goes. And that does complete the DC stuff. Now moving on to the Marvel, starting with Ghost Rider, issue number 3. And what is it? Ed Brisson, I believe. Yeah, Ed Brisson's the one that's been writing this, and he has done, I think, just an absolutely awesome job on the book, and just the story that he's got going with, Johnny Blaze. He is the king of hell, and comes to Earth because some demons escaped, and along the way he catches up with, Danny Ketch, who is also another Ghost Rider, and the two, it seems, are manipulated into fighting because there's this whole plot going on with Lilith, who seems like she has some kind of plan. And it's all just a very, very, very interesting story so far. And alternatively, Ed Brisson's also writing the Ghost Rider 29.9 series, so it seems like he's going to be the Ghost Rider guy. And I haven't done a review for Ghost Rider 29 yet, so expect that soon. But I will say I really liked that book as well. I'll let you know why when that video does eventually pop up. But so now I've got 2 Ghost Rider books that I am reading that I am liking. So, hey, good for me. I like Ghost Rider. I like it a lot. And now we're moving into the Immortal Hulk, issue number 28. And I got this nice 20, it looks like 2020 variant. I think it has something to do with like someone said that these were like Annihilation variants or something like that. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to Marvel events that much anymore, just because there's so many of them a year it seems. I just kind of get sidetracked with everything. But the Immortal Hulk has been another book that has been just absolutely phenomenal since the start of the book. I think it's Al Ewing who's writing it. And, just how he takes the Hulk back to, more horror-style roots with sort of like a Jekyll Hyde sort of deal. And then, of course, as the book wore on, it just becomes a lot more crazy because now we're dealing with, like, multiple personalities of Bruce Banner, like Joe Fixit, and, there's, like, others. I get it. His dad took him over at one point, which was kind of an interesting gig. And yeah, I can't wait to see where this is going because in the current story, it's kind of like they're kind of like doing a thing where Bruce Banner, he took control over the Shadow Group that was being ran by General 14, and he is like basically saying, I'm declaring like war on everything. He's got like these big plans coming up, and these groups that are coming up, wearing like Hulk masks and committing crimes. So it's been fairly interesting. I've been digging it. And now we've got the second issue to Morbius, the Living Vampire, and the first issue is awesome. I really liked this introduction to Morbius in the previous issue. I mean, granted, if you are not someone who knows the character Morbius very well, the first issue doesn't really do a great job of introducing him as a character. So that kind of made me think that this book series is definitely more aimed at people who are already familiar with the character. And to that respect, yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. And even if you don't know Morbius too well as a character, I think it'll at least pique your interest enough to want to seek out more information about Morbius and who he is. And yeah, I mean, that's just pretty much it. Plus this cover, oh my gosh, I love this variant cover. I love the variant cover I got to the first issue. I love the variant cover here. So very good stuff. And the last of the Marvel books is Spider-Man 2099, issue number 1. And I actually made a mistake, what was it, not last week, it was like the week prior, where I got this book called 2099 Alpha, and since Spider-Man 2099 was on the cover of that variant that I got, I mistook it for the actual Spider-Man 2099 book. And yeah, I mean, then I cracked it open and I was just like, where's Spider-Man? There's no Spider-Man 2099. And then I found out that was basically just an introduction to the line of 2099 books that are going to be coming out. Like, there was already Ghost Rider 2099, and then this one, and this week there was also Doom 2099. And like, yeah, that's just the way it goes. So I kind of felt like a dummy when that happened. But I am a huge Spider-Man 2099 fan. I've got the original run from back in, like, I think it was like 92, 93 when that original 2099 series started. And I got I did miss the last few issues, sadly, of the previous Spider-Man 2099, the one that came after his appearance in the Superior Spider-Man. I think it was back in like 2014, 2015. But yeah, I look forward to jumping on it again because I really like this character. And yeah, Spider-Man. And the one and only small press book that I got this week is Go-Go Power Rangers issue number 26. I got the Kimberly variant, which is really awesome. So all of the other Go-Go Power Rangers that I've been doing, that I've been getting like these kinds of covers. Well, I should say that my local comic book store, they're the ones that have been feeding me the variants, because a lot of times I will ask them, hey, instead of the regular cover, can you try to score me the variant, because I really like the variants on a lot of the covers. So with this one, it's like a yearbook kind of thing. So I'm thinking what might actually end up happening is once all of the covers are in and stuff like that, which I really like the idea, you'll be able to kind of just set everything out, like a yearbook page. And I really, really like that idea, which is why I'm trying to score all of these, because I want to be able to get all the variants of this variety and then just lay them all out and snap an awesome picture. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And of course, I'm looking forward to reading Go-Go Power Rangers, because I love Go-Go Power Rangers as well as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, since the start of these books from Boom Studios, hands down, some of my favorite books that come out every single time they get released. I just have to get them. I love them so much, because, I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. And because I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, I get the Power Rangers books. Makes sense, right? I think so. And that does complete my pull list for December 11th, 2019. And I would like to know what you picked up. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And so, as I stated in a previous video as well, I just wanted to tack on a little bit extra. I'm going to be messing around with the formatting, because I have to film on my phone for the next few weeks. I'm not expecting to get my computer back till sometime maybe the second week of January, from what the store was telling me, because they have to ship the parts from China from my computer, which is the fans. The fans just stopped, which really sucks. But hey, I make do with what I got. And yeah, take care, have a great day, let's read some comics, and as always, stay geeky.